Welcome to Honk to. No, this is not the podcast by Haley Welch. This is America's foamiest podcast. I ask you, why do rail fans, rail fan? And that's a pretty darn good question, as that's essentially the origin story for every modern rail fan, due to the presence of railroading in media. I presume you guys know the actor Denzel Washington or Chris Pine. Well, back in 2010, they both starred in the film Unstoppable, in which a pair of AC 4400s are unmanned and are barreling down towards a very populous city in Pennsylvania named Scranton, with about 700,000 residents. Denzel Washington and Chris Pine's characters meet this consist at a sighting. This consist barrels down towards them to completely annihilate the last boxcar on Denzel and Chris Pine's train. Denzel Washington and Chris Pine chase this locomotive up to the bridge in Scranton, PA. And upon applying dynamic brakes on both the locomotives and the rail cars, they are able to successfully tame the AC 4400 CW beasts. Now, isn't that just action-packed? Doesn't that just sound like one heck of a time? Let's say you didn't really go to the movies that much, but you had a phone. Every device comes with YouTube pre-installed. Chances are, if you scroll through YouTube long enough, you will eventually stumble upon a railroad compilation video. More likely than not, that video is by a guy called CoasterFan2105. This form of videography has gone on to get him seen by several million people. A very iconic, nameable current creator who fits in to this category in this way is Francis Bourgeois. He's the guy on TikTok with the GoPro filming him reacting to the older power there in his country. And I think that seeing that excitement on a grown man influences others to believe that the action itself can be exciting. There's also much more in the community, such as V12 Productions, who does very in-depth videos covering certain topics on the railroad. Another guy, for example, Proto Sheep. This guy is our meme guy. He's made memes like this and this. There are several other influencers who impact this space, as well as a lot of media about this space. And because media is so widespread, a lot of people experience this space. And it's through those experiences that one can become a fan of railroading culture and railroading practices in general.
This month's extra segment.
We've got my top 5 favorite locomotives of all time. So starting at number 5, we have CSX GP38-2 number 2020. Now, why is this in the top 5? It's just any old GP38-2. Nothing really interesting about it. So there was there's another YouTuber called Jawtooth. He made a short about this locomotive reversing through Glendale. And I commented that the crew had 20/20 vision, because the title of the short was, How Can the Crew See? For number 4, we have ES40DC number 5284. The fan-made spirit unit. D.D. Rice, aka William Thomas Rice, was one of the guys responsible for the merger between the Seaboard and the chassis system. Hence the crew chalk name on the nose of one of the most reliable modern locomotives of this day. So number 3 on this list is a new addition. We have the Buffalo and Pittsburgh SD60M, number 3888. Now, being the Buffalo and Pittsburgh is a lower-classed railroad, their power is relatively uncommon. And the fact that I was able to see it myself is going to get number 3 here. Okay, and for number 2 on this list, we have CSX AC 4400 CW with that cow with nose. Number 136. Now this locomotive, I have seen one side of it 5 times. The other side of it, none. If you're in the cab, this guy's the engineer, this guy's the conductor. On this side, the logo reads CSXX, which is unintentional. The other side of the locomotive, instead of reading CSX or CSXX to keep consistent with the other side of the locomotive, it reads CSX. The uniqueness of this locomotive and the fact that something interesting has happened between me and this locomotive earns it the number 2 spot on this list. Now, if you know me, you know this number 1. And if you don't know me, which is pretty likely, you have no idea what I'm about to show you and tell you. This right here is Norfolk Southern ES44AC number 8102. It was made to commemorate the Pennsylvania Railroad. This was my very first HO scale locomotive. Anywho, that's it for this episode of Honk Tour. I'll see you when I see you next.